Today we'll be performing maintenance on the Hach 5500 SC Ammonia Monochloramine Analyzer. Before we get started, read your maintenance manual on this instrument. It will give you all the safety information as well as the instructions on performing the test that we are going to perform today. Be sure you're a qualified person to perform these duties and always wear your personal protective equipment, no matter how funny they make you look. The next step in the process for performing maintenance would be to put the analyzer in shutdown mode. The first thing I'll do is open the top cabinet door and remove it for easy access. At this time, I can go into Menu. The top item in the list is Stop Analyzer. Press Enter. The analyzer now tells me that if I shut down, it's going to interrupt. I have a choice to interrupt the current cycle. I can say yes or no. I will say yes to save time. And now the analyzer will go through a shutdown process. During the shutdown mode process, the colorimeter cells will be flushed, the sample flow will be turned off, and the sample pump will be shut off. Now that the analyzer has completed the shutdown mode process, we can access our colorimeter cells, which we have 2 of, in the inside of the upper cabinet. While performing maintenance on the colorimeter cells inside the 5500 SC Ammonia Monochloramine Analyzer, it's necessary to remove the 4 screws holding the top housing on each of the colorimeter cells. We will do one colorimeter cell right now, and we'll start by removing the 4 screws. With the 4 screws removed and the drain tube out of the manifold, we can now lift the top housing off of the colorimeter. In your maintenance manual, you will see that it's important to clean this top surface of the colorimeter, and we will do so before we reinstall it. But I'll set that to the side. And now it's important to use a metal tool in order to reach down inside there. Paper clip or your screwdriver you remove the tools with, you can reach in and pull the stir bar out. The stir bar typically gets fouling on it. Also, it will need to be cleaned using your Q-tip with some of the cleaning solution. We'll set that to the side. And now inside the colorimeter, you will see there is some liquid still left in there. You can use a bulb pipette or a pipette of some sort in order to draw the liquid solution out of your sample cell. This allows us to add some cleaning solution in order to clean the colorimeter out. This is an important process. The cleaning solution is the cleaning solution that you have in the bottom compartment of your analyzer, but it's very important to use very little while you're cleaning this process, or using this to clean inside the colorimeter. So I put a little bit on my Q-tip and a couple drops inside my colorimeter. It's important not to get a lot of acid around the O-ring or the top surface of the colorimeter. If you do, remove the O-ring, remove any acid or any solution that you may have spilt on the top using distilled water or some sort of a tap water in order to clean that off. Wipe it dry. It's important inside the analyzer to scrub the left and right sides of the colorimeter cell because the light path goes from right to left. Clean that. Clean the bottom side of the sample cell. That's where your reagents are coming in, and you may have some fouling inside there. Make sure you've cleaned it good. As you can see, we have some discoloration inside of our sample cell. We can now take that stir bar and clean it real good and then wipe it down. we need to reinstall the stir bar back into our sample cell. That's very important because the accuracy of your readings depend on that chemistry being mixed. And we will also need to clean this surface of our sample cell on the top portion of the colorimeter really good. And take a cloth and wipe that dry. Make sure you have no solution on the top. And now we can reinstall that top back onto our colorimeter cell. Gently snug these screws, do not over tighten them. You can cause cracks in the top housing. You will have a problem at that point with leaks, so do not over tighten these screws. Gently snug them in place. And then reinstall your drain tube back into your drain manifold. Annually, the check valve in the top of your colorimeter will have to be replaced. So this will have to be a new one, will come in your maintenance kit. You'll wrap that with a couple layers of Teflon tape and then reinstall that back in your colorimeter. Snug this down, do not over tighten it. This allows air to enter your colorimeter and allows the liquid to drain to your manifold drain.